I'm sorry, I'm late. My computer was being slow, and I had to still set some bits up, so I had to delay this just to make sure I got those bits done. And it's a good job I did, because otherwise we wouldn't have had a shared shirts because my computer was being so slow. And the reason I didn't do all this prep earlier was because I was at the training ground today doing some bits and bobs. Yeah. All is well down there. There was no Oscar Zambrano. There was no Charlie Hughes. However, Charlie Hughes has been left out of the Wigan squad tonight. And a source at the Wigan end has told us that Charlie Hughes is sold, and they are 99% certain his destination is a HU postcode. Come on! Charlie Hughes, I think, obviously with all the caveats of, not actually done, yada, 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 yada. I think Charlie Hughes is nearly there. Perhaps might we see him at the ground tomorrow? And before you say don't bring him to the ground because Thomas Asante came to the ground, he was never at the stadium. He was never, ever at the stadium. So, quiet on that one. Anyway, we have to win tomorrow night. I don't think we do. It's Carabao Cup, so who's really bothered? We could meet them if we get through this round. The ones that aren't in Europe, then as Craig outlines in the comment below. Second round, will those not in Europe enter next round, and others who are in Europe in the third round. Ashton, just what we've been talking about. Like I say, someone at the Wigan end has told me it is 99% certain it's Hull City, and he has been sold. Theo, how you doing? Gallagher, how you doing? I think even 7 million is a good deal, almost guaranteed to make us profit. He'll be on a long contract. It'll be a 4 year deal. Yeah. Thank God we can finally get that out of the way. In other news, Oscar Zambrano was at the game the other day. What else is there to mention? Zambrano was at the game the other day. Hughes, we've just talked about. City also want a striker in by the end of the week. Chances are it's not the Boavista guy because he doesn't even want to come here, so that should be that. That's all there is. Transfer news. It's nice and it's quiet at the minute, which to me means things are going on behind the scenes, which is very good. Team news then. Seri is available again after being absent from Saturday's 1-1 draw with a minor knee problem. And that leaves Cody Drama, Ryan Longman, Dokan Sinek, Harvey Cartwright and Timothy Lotatala still absent. Tim is nearly at the end of his injury cycle. He's pretty much there. Dodo has about 3-4 weeks left, he said today, which is good. Harvey, Ryan Longman, Cody Drama weren't there. Or at least I didn't see them. Longman's having his surgery tomorrow. Harvey Cartwright has had his surgery. So we'll see. We'll just have to play the waiting game on those. The referee then is Thomas Neal, with the two liners being Richard Wilde and Jonathan Hunt. The fourth official is Tom Parsons. If we have a little gander over at the stats from the Bristol City game, we don't dominate possession in the same way we did last season, do we? Pass accuracy is still good. We're still making a good amount of passes, but we don't dominate possession in the same way. But Bristol City, they just didn't put enough of their shots close enough to pander the challenge. Fali Mayulu came on and got a goal, cool. But other than that, they didn't really, for all of their possession and all of their shots, they never really thought it wasn't the sort of thing where every time they went forward, you expected them to score. it was a case of, oh, right, will they, won't they, kind of thing. If we look at Sheffield Wednesday's team, then 2 ex-Tigers in there, Dishon Bernard and Malik Wilkes. Malik Wilkes is apparently in talks with Rotherham over a move. So that's very interesting. In terms of sort of who they played, and they could play any sort of team, as could we. So I think we can just sort of look at it as a whole. Signed both Ben Hamer and James Beadle in the summer to go alongside Pierce Charles in net. Back four, we know all about Dishon. Bambo Diaby's stayed. Jan Valerie's been brought in, ex-Southampton, of course. Paul Valentin's still there. Brought Max Lowe in too. Then Svante Ingolson, he impressed me the other day. Jamal Lowe's come in as well. Josh Windass has signed a new contract there. He was linked with us for a little while, but my understanding of the Sheffield Wednesday scenario is he basically got told, what do you want? We'll give you it. So at that point, he's not going to turn that down, is he, when he's settled there? Brought in Nathaniel Chalobah as well. Brought back Ike Ugbo. Charlie McNeil on loan from Man United. Is he on loan from Man United? No, he's permanent from Man United, isn't he, I think? Anthony Masaba still there. Deji Gassama still there. Bailey Kadamata is still there. So Sheffield Wednesday won't be in any trouble this year. I don't think we will be either once we get these players in. Anyway, current form, we don't need the on-screen stuff. Sheffield Wednesday beat Plymouth 4-0 and we drew 1-1 with Bristol City. That's how it goes. We'll have a quick glance at the league table just so everyone knows how we're making up. It doesn't mean anything at this early stage, but we're sat in 14th. Sheffield Wednesday are sat top. We are bottom of those who have drawn on on goals scored, really. On goals scored, then alphabetical. Because Sheffield United, won, but they had a points deduction, so it had to be it's filled about them because they've got a win, they're still there. Then Portsmouth and Leeds both scored 3. Then that left Bristol City and us, who both scored 1, and Bristol City jump ahead of us on alphabetical order. Don't ask me why Portsmouth are ahead of Leeds on that. I ain't got a clue. But to me, it looks like they should be the other way around, unless there's something I'm not aware of that happened in the game. Around the grounds, then, we're whipping through this today. It's because it's the Carabao Cup and no one can really be asked. Right. This is going to be long. So, kicked off just this second. Carlisle versus Stoke, Leyton Orient versus Newport, and Stockport versus Blackburn. Kicking off in 10 minutes are Barrow versus Port Vale, Bolton versus Mansfield, Bristol City versus Coventry, Bromley versus AFC Wimbledon, Burton versus Blackpool, Cambridge United versus QPR, Cardiff versus Bristol Rovers, Charlton versus Birmingham, Colchester versus Reading, Crawley versus Swindon, Derby versus Chesterfield, Fleetwood versus West Brom, Grimsby against Bradford, Huddersfield against Morecambe, Lincoln versus Harrogate, Northampton versus Wickham, Norwich versus Stevenage. I'm yawning. Sorry. Oxford versus Peterborough, Portsmouth versus Millwall, Preston versus Sunderland, Rotherham versus Crewe, Salford versus Doncaster, Shrewsbury versus Notts County, Swansea versus Gillingham, Tranmere versus Accrington, Walsall versus Exeter, Watford versus MK Dons, Wigan v Barnsley, and then kicking off at 8 is Sheffield United versus Wrexham. Tomorrow, the 7:45 kickoffs are Sheffield Wednesday and us, Plymouth against Cheltenham, come on Cheltenham, and at 8 o'clock, Leeds versus Middlesbrough. So, pretty much everyone plays today. And I don't know when the draw is, so maybe it's after tonight's games. I don't know. Is it after tomorrow's games? I don't know. I think it's yellow cards, thank you. yellow cards. Yeah, we didn't get any, but I'm so confused. I'm confused. I'm too tired for this. Memorable match we're going for. Eves' first goal for us in October 2019. Beat them 1-0. Tom Eves diving header, bullet header, past Kieran Westwood in goal. Our team that day was George Long in goal. Back four was Eric Lehigh, the skipper, Reece Beck, Geordie Device and Brandon Fleming. Midfield three for Grant McCann of Kevin Stewart, George Honeyman and Jackson Irvine. With the wide players, Bowen and Grzycki with Josh McGuinness up top. Replaced, of course, by the big dog, the jungle cat, Tommy Eves. The bench, Matt Ingram, Ryan Tafazoli, Dan Batty, Tom Eves, the goal scorer, Josh Bowler, Matthew Pennington and Leo Da Silva Lopez. With Grant McCann, the gaffer, former Tiger there, Moses Odubajo playing for them that day. He is not our shared shirts victim feature, let's say, tonight. Last time out, the Google thing's gone off. Give us a sec. Give me a second. There we go. It's back. Last time out, yeah, we don't talk about it. Lost 3-1. Tyler Morton got sent off, but we were crap in the game before anyway. The red card just meant we had no chance of getting back into it. Twine did score a consolation penalty for us, though, about a week before he hot-footed it to Bristol. Our team was Ingram in goal, back four, Coyle, Jones, McLaughlin, Greaves. Midfield three, Morton, Slater, Tufan. Delap was wide, as was Lakilo and Aaron Connolly up top. Bench was Ryan Allsop, the goalkeeper, Greg Doherty, Aliar Syed Manesh, who came on and had a really good game, I can remember, Adama Traore, Harry Vaughan, Andy Smith, Matty Jacob on debut, Scott Twine and Cyrus Christie, with Rosie the gaffer, Malik Wiltshire on the pitch. Deshaun Bernard started for Wednesday. And the record, sorry. It's good apart from the last game. Before we played them on New Year's Day, we'd won 4 on the bounce against them. We're unbeaten in 5. So the record is not too bad. We did, of course, have Tufan banging in a hat-trick against them this time a year ago, which was chef's kiss. I'll go for George Boyd as the shared shirts as my guess. It is not George Boyd. It is not George Boyd. And I'm not hanging around for guesses tonight because I'm tired. It's Kamil Zayat. Typo, I've put 3 T's. I've put 3 T's. Kamil Zayat, anyway. I've put those pictures the wrong way around as well because I was rushing. It should be City on the Sheffield Wednesday side and Sheffield Wednesday on the City side because it was with us first. Anyway, it was with us from 2009, 2000 to 2011. 79 appearances, 4 goals. Joined Sheffield Wednesday in 2013 after he'd been out to Turkey with Konyaspor for a little bit, I think. Was with them through to 2015. 26 appearances for the Owls. 2 goals. 2 goals. Is it just me or is Walter actually pretty tall? I looked the same height as Burns. And he was coming on and absolutely towered over call. Yeah, Walter's big. Walter he's tall. He's a tall man. Fans don't get to see much of that now though because he's coming in on a coach. Spoil sport. Anyway, predicted team. It's a mishmash together of what I think he'll do. I think he'll go for Anthony Rachoppy in goal. On the right, I think Louis Coyle will stay in because Drama's injured. Centre-backs, Smith, Ashby, and I think he'll move Giles to left-back and give him a crack there. I think he will. And hopefully, being at left-back brings the best out of Gilo. In the midfield, Finn Burns, Marvin Malem and Jean-Michael Seri. On the right, Will Jarvis, and I need to change that picture. On the left, Liam Miller. Walter hinted in his presser massively that he's going to start. And Ty Sellers-Fleming up top. Go on, Ty. On the bench, Fozzie, Owen Foster, Alfie Jones, Abdush Irma, Xavier Simons, Oscar Estupinian, Brandon Fleming, Sincere Hall, Rocco Coyle, and Nathan Tinsdale. I'm not expecting miracles. Predicted score, we'll either lose in normal time, something like 2-0, or we will take it to, we'll cling on for a draw. We'll take it to penalties, and at that point, we'll lose, because we always do. Last couple of penalty shootouts, we had the Leeds one, that was good. But then, Stevenage, Wigan in the Carabao a couple of years ago, where Deshaun Bernard missed the deciding penalty, no less. Penalties aren't usually our strong point. So, and with an inexperienced squad, I can't see us winning pens at all. But, thank you for watching, everybody. It's been good. And it's been a quick one because I'm tired. And, I'll see you the vlog will be late out, can I just say, because I'll be in late. And it's my A-level results day the next day. So I'll be up early and I won't be up sat editing it just as I'm going through. It will be out. It'll be out at some point, but it won't be out ready for you all when you wake up in the morning after the game, or for some of you when you're trying to doze off to sleep right after the game as well. So, but it will come out at some point. Don't worry. Anyway, thank you for watching. Up the Tigers, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.